What's going on, y'all? Welcome to 9 Day Talk Media. I'm your host, J.R. Curry,
And
man.
I'm your host, Isiah Curry. Man, we about to get into this. Man, we got some things to discuss with y'all, man. We got some things to discuss.
Yup. This is
It's going down.
we got some
It's definitely
interesting
going
topics.
down.
Yup. We got some interesting topics, y'all.
Very interesting.
So make sure y'all
Very,
come
very,
in,
very interesting.
smash that like button, come on in.
Man, we got these white folks out here doing uh, old slavery rituals where they used to eat the slaves on the
Yup.
table, the
Right.
runaway slaves. They used to catch and hunt them down.
Yup. Eat their
We got
organs.
if you eat not just their
The
organs,
organs,
eat
but yeah.
all of it, and even make. You know what I mean? You heard what they did to good old Nat Turner. They made Nat grease. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yep. Killed the man and made grease out of his bones.
Right.
I mean, out of his
Out of
body
his
fat.
body fat. Yup. What's up, y'all? All right, come on in. Come on in.
Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. This is gonna be one of those lives, man. Where we talking some stuff that a lot of people don't even know about.
Yup.
You know what I mean? It's important to know though to know what type of sick individuals we got running this place here, and how someday we will overcome.
Yup. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Hold on
indeed.
to your hats, cause this ride is about to get bumpy.
Man, with Barbie girl, what's up? Where you been at?
Barbie girl, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't see Barbie
Yeah, I
girl in a
forgot all
minute.
about. Yeah, damn. I ain't realized we modded Barbie girl on this
Yeah,
channel.
on both channels.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this channel and what's going on?
What's going on? Damn, it's been a minute.
I know, right?
It's been years. It's been
Yeah,
years.
I
Yeah,
know,
man.
right?
So we're
But
going. So
first we
we.
gotta get into but we ain't get into this apartment building.
That's what I was about
30,000.
to get
You know what I mean?
into. That's what we about to get into. This
Yes,
apartment
indeed.
building, the silo. How many of y'all? Before we even start this, how many of y'all in here seen the show that's on Apple TV, Silo? Are any of you guys following that right now?
Let me share this live real quick. You can keep going. Let me just share this live.
Do anybody follow that series right now? On Apple TV. Really good show.
Yeah, it is. But
I
it's
mean,
also a blueprint
it's a blueprint.
to these smart cities that they build, and
Yes.
y'all know. Oh shoot, let me
All
share
right.
this.
Well, yeah. What's happening is these smart cities are coming, where they're gonna be able to lock your asses down whenever they feel like it, because you're gonna be in one closed space. There are buildings right now in China that house 30K residents,
Yup,
and it got full-fledged shopping malls inside of the building. It got restaurants. It got gym. They got all this shit in there, right? But you gotta understand what that's leading to. You gotta understand what that's leading to. If they able to lock you all in one area where all your needs is taken care of, that they provide you, you're gonna get so dependent on them. You first of all, we already getting to a point in society where most of us don't even know how to do nothing for ourselves. But you'll be so dependent on them, and it'll definitely be cashless up in there. Where they could just cut you off whenever they feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about it. You just leaving your front door in your building to get groceries that the building provides.
let's show
So
'em.
yeah,
Let's show them this
yeah,
building.
let's show them.
Then we gonna get right back into the commentary.
Now, mind y'all, this is not a hotel. This is an apartment building, y'all. Look like a project building, but
Look, I
let's
know,
get
right?
it. Look
Look
like
like
Cabini Green.
greeny green or Queensbridge out this.
Exactly.
A Regent International Apartment is a luxury hotel located in Hangzhou, China. It is situated in the central business district of city close to the Westlake
Damn.
scenic area and other popular attractions. You may have come across the viral video of this building in social media platforms saying that there are 30,000 people living here in this Regent International building. This building was initially constructed as a six-star hotel, then it was converted into shared apartment complex, changing its design and splitting it into smaller rooms. There is still no proper information about why the design was changed and divided into small rooms. And according to social media, there are 30,000 people living in this building. But
Damn.
it's absolutely a lie that is spread on social media. And according
50,000.
to some
They said
Chinese
30.
reports, there are somewhere around 10 to 20,000 people staying here. But again, this is as per the Chinese reports and can't trust them either. And nobody knows the exact number of people staying here. What do you think? Is there any possibility of 30,000 people living here? Nobody knows the truth.
Nah, they said
We
30,000.
tried to search this building on Google Maps and Google Earth, but we didn't find anything. We tried by its name, like Region International Apartment, Hangzhou Apartment, Hangzhou Building, etc. But we didn't find anything regarding this building. And after a long search on internet, on Google Earth, on Google Maps, we finally found it with the name that says Qianjing Century Park. If you want to find, you can search by these letters and you can find this building. And is Chinese government trying to hide this building from outside world? What do you
Uh,
think?
Yeah, they don't want nobody to know
Obviously,
about this
this
building.
individual don't know anything that's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, y'all probably some of y'all probably didn't understand anything he said. Um, but yeah, this building, people are saying. I guess he's saying it's going around on social media that it's over 50,000 people. Actually, the number is 30,000. I mean, 50,000, 30. I guess that's a big. I guess that is a big significance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a big significance. I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
a
bit, but that's still a hell of a lot of people, man.
yeah,
Thirty
that's
thousand people in one building, man. Constantly living there like that, man.
right.
I don't know about that. Now, I don't know if y'all up on. If you've been following us, you are. There's smart city that they're building in Saudi Arabia called the Line, and what they're doing is they're building this long city. You know what I'm saying? Through all this wilderness area. Well, actually, it wasn't
Try well
wilderness
yeah,
area.
what
It
they
was
yeah.
tribal area.
And
They
they
called it
removed
wilderness area, but it was tribal area.
they removed
They
all the tribes out
Yeah,
the
they got the
area,
tribes out of the
killed
way.
some, jailed some, and then moved the remaining ones out the area.
Allegedly, I don't know them niggas. I don't know what them niggas did, but they definitely started
Nah,
building
people
this
already came
line.
out about it. Nah,
Oh,
people
for
already
real?
came out. Yeah, it was already came out about
Oh,
how they got the people out of the area. They just threw them in jail, killed some, and then yeah,
oh, yeah. So they building this smart city, man, and everything, all your needs is supposedly is met what's inside these smart cities. So they grow vegetation in there. They do everything, man. They do everything in there, and you ain't even gotta leave your home or leave the smart city for anything. That's complete dependency on a wicked government and corporations. I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I don't trust that.
and I
That's
mean,
one because you gotta think about it. If it's a smart city, that means it's gonna be smart houses, which means it's gonna be access to everything in your house. Because everything right now, you can smart everything. You can smart your washers, your dryers, your dishwashers, your televisions, your phones, your microwave, your air fryers. Everything is a smart device now. Your refrigerator. So if
they
everything's a
just do it
smart
through the app.
device, it could be, yeah, and apps to it, which means a
Yep.
lot of this stuff can be controlled remotely, and there's back doors into them. So if you're living in a smart city designed by the enemy, because that's what they are, what do you think that's going to be? You think that's going to be a city or a prison? You know what I'm saying? A city or
Yeah,
prison?
I don't trust it. Yeah, I
You
don't
know
really
what,
trust that.
man? The way how dumbed down the masses are, man. If it happens, I
And it
guess
was meant to be.
it was meant to be.
Yeah, stuff happened that only that I mean it's meant to be, and yeah, I mean what else? What else? What else you think they gonna do? They confine everybody to a space where it's easy to control. You control the food supply. You control human activity. You're able to track what human activity is doing 24/7. Um,
Yeah, they to the point they're able to control the temperature in your house. See,
right.
people saying people you have some people that's ignorant be like, they tracking everything you're doing now. They controlling everything you're doing now. Them niggas ain't changing the temperature in your house. They be able to do that shit remotely. They be able to lock you in your house remotely. With a smart house, and they got backdoor access to all the technology in a smart city, they'll lock your ass. If they had another COVID breakout, you'll really be locked in your house. In a smart
Yeah,
city, they'd really lock you in your house. They'd be like, that house is contaminated. Lock it down.
wow.
I'm good. Cause you know that's the type of control that they want. You know that's the type of control.
Yeah, you think that building got surveillance? I know it got surveillance all through that building.
Nigga, that
Thirty
building is
thousand
all
people.
surveillance.
30,000 people. You gotta have
The whole
surveillance in
building
that.
is on display.
Damn, that is crazy.
Hmm.
Can y'all live in a building occupied by 30,000 people?
I'm good.
That's
I
that's
mean, we see what the projects look like.
that's bodies on top of bodies, man.
Yeah, but we see what the projects look like.
Let me pull up Queensbridge.
This is slavery.
Que-
This
Queensbridge.
is slavery at its finest. Because the architect literally resembles slavery. You gotta understand, you can tell if a nation is enslaved or not. Just look at the architecture. If they architecture looks some shit like this is enslavement. This is enslavement right here. Because this is a control system. You gotta understand, convenience is not really about convenience with the system. Convenience is about control. You give up you give up freedom for convenience. You know what I'm saying? So the more convenience you have, the more freedom you give up.
Dang, bro, that's a lot of
Hmm.
that's a lot of yeah, that's damn. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, and if they want to take out a whole bunch of people, yeah, it's demolition of the buildings, right? Yeah, that's this type of control system is
9/11.
insanity. Whenever they want to reset and destroy a whole bunch of people at once, all they gotta do is collapse these buildings and then start all over again and put another 30,000 people in there. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. They gonna treat the whole civilization like they do the chickens, like how they bunch all those chickens together and they
like a
be
chicken coop.
yep, and they be pecking each other to death.
That
Yeah, that's how we live in the hood.
look, that's the hood right there.
Yeah,
That's
that's how we
that's
live in
Queen.
the hood.
Look, that's Queensbridge. Queensbridge houses a lot of folks. You gotta understand this building houses like 80,000 people. Like this project complex houses 80,000 people or more.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this was an experiment for them to even call it a project. You know, that's a government um, basically a government experiment.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To actually
Hmm.
pile, I mean, 80,000 confine 80,000 people to one area like that, to one square. You know what I mean? One square area like that. That's
That's an
yo,
abomination. That's how they do the chickens. You ever see those those chicken factories where they got them cloning chicken operations? It'd be like thousands and thousands of little
yep.
chicks like crammed up together, and they cutting their beaks off because they don't want them to peck each other to death. They cram niggas up the same way. Now they just cramming everybody up like that because they built these massive complexes all over the place.
So you were this basically like that experiment where they put like a whole bunch of rats in one confinement space with one piece of cheese
And
and watch the rats fight over that shit.
tear each other apart.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's the experiment they started with. That's why they started building these project buildings.
So niggas can tear each other apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like putting like a small piece of bread, you know what I mean, in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, 30,000 rats.
That's why they call it the projects. It's a science project.
Yo,
It's an
this is
experiment. Now they rolling it out for the big stage. That's what I'm saying. Every time when they want to test something, they go to a darker skin community, Africa, or they do it right in
Africa.
the
Yup,
hood or in the hood, like
yup.
with them goddamn chicken sandwiches, that them clone chicken sandwiches, because those Popeye chicken sandwiches, stem cell, my G,
Stem cells.
stem cell. Yup, those that Popeye's chicken sandwich, that's stem cell chicken. That's the shit that they put in those 3D and 4D printers, printing up food with stem cells.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Nah, just don't eat fast food because that's where they putting that shit at. So yeah, I hope
Yeah,
you grow your
brother,
own.
brother.
Nah, just go to a farmer's market. It's that easy. It's lots of farmers markets all around us. Niggas use Google and just Google farmers markets, and then actually you get the meat where the, you know what I mean, the animal come from that you eating. Like you get to meet the farmer and see how they treat the animal that you're going to be consuming. That's what you do. And it's cheaper. Believe it or not, it's cheaper. You just pay in bulk and it's cheaper. Because I'm telling you right now, y'all niggas can eat the clone stem cell meats if y'all want. They don't know the long term effects of that shit on the human body. I'm just saying.
Man, 15 in the car, 30 in the apartment. That's a lot, yo. That's I couldn't do that. Hell no.
Yeah, growing your own is free. That is the way to go. But then not everybody could grow their own, especially in a situation like this. Look at this shit. Where you growing? Where you growing shit at here?
Or here.
Man, I mean, I guess you could. Some things you can grow, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
It's
I mean,
smart cities. Yeah, they trying to build the line where 9 million people can um occupy the smart city.
hmm
9 million people confined to one.
one city.
That's whew.
I'm good with that. Nah, I don't want to live in nothing like that.
9 million.
Shit, and as far as we know, the whole Earth could be a city that we in. Goddamn smart. As far as we know, see, we still looking at the Earth as a planet. How we know it just ain't a damn city, huge city that we in, that we enslaved in. Don't even know we in the damn. We was born in a super city. Don't even know we was born in one. See, that's the type shit that I be on. Cause I'm like, all right, man. How we know we ain't? They didn't already do all this shit to us, and they keep scaring us with shit they already did to us.
Right.
Exactly, Sean, a real life Truman show. Exactly. They trying to scare us with shit that they already been doing. It's to the point where they ain't even no more shit that they can make up that they can do to us. So all they got to do is, so all they've been doing is just scaring us with the shit that they already been doing to us.
That shit ain't even scary though.
And that, oh, that, yeah. Once you get to a certain point, that's not even scary. Moonson said, we living in someone's head. We are dandruff. Wow. That's deep. OG Flash said, how many CIA agents in the chat? I don't know. Shit. Ain't out of my business. Why would they be in this chat? I'm an American. That'd be sort of against the law, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be?
Hey, welcome, CIA, Feds.
Exactly.
Welcome.
Yeah,
Come listen.
welcome. What the hell?
Learn some shit.
I don't even know. I don't care. Shit.
Come learn some things that you probably don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think like that no more, or because I don't care.
Nope.
I mean, to be honest with you, this stuff
No
been
fear.
public. This stuff been public for a very long time, and people still are in the dark. But now y'all starting to sound like young Pharaoh in here. Yeah, I work with the CIA. Yeah, matter of fact, the CIA ain't hiring me. I hired the CIA. The CIA worked for me. Courtesy of your boy Young Pharaoh.
Ain't worrying about no damn CIA.
But yeah, these buildings, man, I don't know about this, man. They already starting to build these in the United States. They've been building them in the United States for years now.
We just showed you that. It's like one of the biggest projects you.
Well, this was the experiment. They only rolled this out for the negras. They didn't roll this out for the whole community. This was just for the negras, the minorities, people in certain areas, the poor areas. That was the experiment. But now I'm talking about apartment complexes that look just like this.
Yeah.
Like, tell me why does the apartment complexes look just like the projects, y'all? Y'all not seeing this? Y'all understand that architecture tells you if you're enslaved or not. Just look around. If there's a bunch of people crammed up in one building, that's called slavery. Because they got us believing that we're running out of land and running out of space when you literally can fit the world's population into Texas. You know what I mean? And they get a livable amount of square feet. All 7 or 8 billion people can literally be fit just in Texas. Of course, you wouldn't do that. Of course, you wouldn't put everybody in one state on a plane. Of course, you wouldn't do that. But I'm just letting y'all know how much room there is out there. It's all false, man. They telling us there's not enough resources. They telling us there's not enough space, but they got golf courses that run 20, 30 miles, man. 20, 30 miles of golf course, man. I ain't trying to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got one in Russia, got 18,000.
Holy shit. Okay. There's at least 10 to 11,000 people that live in just this building alone. So this place right here houses the population of a small city. I mean, this place is massive. Insane. Hello Blazers, it's your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. Hi guys, and today welcome to a brand new video and welcome once again to the center of beautiful St. Petersburg. Now, in today's video, we're not gonna... Из 3000 квартир. Да? А вы не знаете, сколько здесь человек живет примерно тогда?
Ну, считайте на 3.
So it ain't only doing it for niggas, as you see in other countries, they're exercising the same thing. So
yeah, but for us, it was just an experiment.
Yeah.
Before they rolled it out to everybody else, because they like to experiment on dark-skinned people first.
Yeah.
Before they roll out their stuff on everybody else.
Right.
Do not die in this video, but this is it. This is the biggest building in all of Europe. So this right here houses, well, I don't think it's 18,000 people per se, because, well, it's apparently 3,800, 3,700 apartments. Okay, that should basically mean that there's at least 10 to 11,000 people that live in just this building alone. So this place right here houses the population of a small city. And this right here, everything that we see in front of us is the panorama of the city, the town of Kudraba. Yes, that is correct. This is actually not a district of St. Petersburg. One interesting thing about Kudraba is actually that, according to the Russian Ministry of Construction in 2021, this is right now considered to be one of the best small towns in all of Russia, infrastructure-wise, which is very interesting to me because a lot of people claim that it's not very much the case. Well, basically, the thing with Kudrava and a lot of these districts that are very similar here on the outskirts of Moscow and St. Petersburg, these huge cities, is that these districts are really just a complementary thing to the main city of St. Petersburg. There's not much infrastructure in here. For example, this city, Kudrava, right now, as far as I know, it has over 50,000 residents in total, and it does not have a single hospital. Guys, let's get down and continue our story from down below, okay?
Oh hell nah.
That's crazy.
Guys, honestly,
I would hell nah.
I'm good.
That ain't it. I'm good on that.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good
Look,
with that.
man, I'm good.
Yep, right back to that. Yep, that's all
Look,
it
you
is.
see
Just
that shit?
project building.
Project
That's what I'm
building,
saying.
man.
Like, it's no, yeah. Y'all gotta understand all the welfare system, the project buildings. They trying to roll that on every citizen, because once you put that type of system on every citizen, you can control every aspect of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So you realize they destroying industries, and they pushing a whole socialism agenda, communism / socialism agenda heavy. They want that control. They want 100% control over the system. They don't want people to have own they want everything public. They don't want people to own nothing private. They don't want people to own private property. They don't want people to own private transportation. That's why they pushing these electrical cars, because they know the amount of cars that's on the road right now. There's not an electrical grid that exists right now that can power all those cars and keep. So they know if they put that system in place where they got rid of gas cars, they'd be getting rid of private transportation also.
Yeah.
And then everything would just be public. And then they'd be taking you everywhere. There wouldn't be no steering wheels. There wouldn't be no gas pedals. And whenever they feel like driving you to the police station or off of a cliff, they can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, yo, they drive you off a cliff and say the car malfunction. You know what I'm saying? Or you got outstanding whatever, you know what I mean, fines or whatever. You know what I mean? You hop in a whip to go somewhere, next thing you know, it's taking you to the police station.
Yeah.
And you try to go for the handle to get out the car, and the jaw lock on you. You can't even get out the car. You ain't got no choice but to go to the station. And if you get too, you start banging on stuff and trying to get out and start trying to destroy property. Next thing you know, some gas, some some gas gonna be released in the car. And
You're
next
gonna
thing you
pass
know, it's
out.
gonna be night. Yup, you're gonna wake up in a police station inside of a prison cell. That's what I said. That's what it's leading to. Like, hey,
Eh,
keep thinking it. Oh yeah, the Teslas look cool, and oh, everything's so convenient in these buildings. Well, we got our shopping mall. Look, McDonald's is right on the first floor. This is so beautiful. I ain't even got to leave my building to go to McDonald's. Wow.
Oh, that might not work out.
It's not. You don't think it's gonna work out, Jr.?
It might not work out. It's just too much. It might not work. Yeah, it might not work out. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out.
These are definitely things to consider, y'all, of what they can do with this technology if we let them get too out of hand with the control system with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and if everything's cashless, they're gonna control everything you buy. Everything. You're not gonna have a say in so what you can go somewhere and whatever you're using, whether it's a QR code or a card or whatever, it's not gonna work if they don't want you. If it, you know what I'm saying?
You can do that now. You go to use your credit card and
Yeah, but if it's cashless, you ain't gonna be able to hide no cash under the bed, because if they decline all your credit cards, at least you could pull out a couple $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
couple $100 bills.
True.
But if it's cashless, nigga, you're done.
Yeah, there's no
You're
cash.
done.
Yeah.
You are finished. You are finished. So, oh, we don't accept cash here. cash is contaminated. We're not allowed to say it's against the law now to accept cash. Only digital currencies. Only digital currencies or something like a bank transfer, but that'd be very expensive if you're not doing it through crypto. Look,
Fed
man,
now.
we trying Fed now
If you
or
ain't doing it through Fed
Ripple.
now, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, y'all better wake up to what's going on out here. They gonna have y'all niggas out there scraping and scrambling, and guess what they gonna use those apart? Man, it's camera on every floor. Next thing you know, niggas,
They making them
you'll get a
affordable.
cash app if you go beat your neighbor up right now and get it on camera.
Oh man. Oh man.
Cause
I'm gonna want to get your ass shot.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they want that footage. And that footage is gonna become industries. That's what it's eventually gonna turn into, because that's what it always turns into.
Well, I mean, what we looking at in front of us? What happens inside these project buildings? Niggas shoot out every day.
That's what
Somebody always
that was the experiment.
Drugs get sold, prostitution happen, and niggas get slumped.
That's why we have this mentality in our community.
Exactly. Like, come on.
It was part of the experiment for us to have this mindset.
Come on now. Come on
That's
now.
why it was called project buildings, a science project.
Come on now. Tell them. You can't even go to certain neighborhoods without getting your ass shot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Or like robbed, or shot and robbed.
Yeah, you can't even go to that. You can't even go to these project buildings if you ain't from around there. Not on the way you think you can go there and just think you could just go there and do what you want. Like, that's what I'm saying. That
you have to go there with somebody that's from there.
Exactly.
And they say you good.
Exactly.
This my cousin or this my brother right here, he good.
Right.
If you just some wanderer walking around. Now the thing is, you might make it out if you white, because they just that's a cop. I ain't gonna mess with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But if you a wandering Negro going through a black man, you ain't gonna make it out alive.
Yeah, remember in Candyman, which they
the Candyman bit.
Remember in Candyman when she was walking through, they like, yo, the police. She's a photographer. The police. It's like
That's what I'm saying. You would make it out. You know what I mean? You would make it out if you white, but if you a Negro and you ain't from around that hood, you liable to get your ass shot.
Let me pull it. Yeah,
that's all programming.
Cabrini. Let me pull the Cabrini Green projects up that used to be there. They ain't there. Of course, y'all know they tore that down. That's where Jay. That's where Good Times, the Evans family was living.
What, Cabrini?
Yeah, they was living in Cabrini Green. Yeah, that's where they was living at.
Yeah.
Let me pull that one up. Yeah, that was a big ass project building too.
Yeah, it's that name still creeps me out. Project, but y'all know it was cameras all through that joint. You know it was secret government cameras.
Secret cameras, yeah, because they
in all the apartments, and all the apartments, and all the hallways, everywhere.
You're right.
And I'm guaranteed NSA was monitoring it. They knew about every killing, every drug that was sold,
every drug act,
and they the ones that helped guide the operations that the CIA was running through the hood with the cocaine. That's how they had angel eyes out there, because they had eyes in all the project buildings, because the NSA already wired these drones with cameras, because it's a project.
And now they don't even hide that it's cameras in it now, because every hallway, look up in the corner.
Yeah, but they behind, but they
elevator camera. Yeah.
And they was using nano cameras in the 60s and 70s. That's the thing. They had those cameras then. They had those cameras. This is not even new technology. They let you know about the technology after they used it for at least 50 years. Then they come out and tell you that they had it.
Yep.
The whole time.
Damn. Every hood, man.
Man, they know
about
had
these goddamn every hood, every city, they had these damn projects, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Experiments.
experiments.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And since we were in the experiments, we didn't realize it was an
Yeah,
experiment.
like whether they was the high rise ones or the ones that was like Richard Allen, like
Cause
the
just think about it. If you're born in the
project.
experiment,
Let
you're
me
not
pull
gonna
this
know
up.
that it's an experiment.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? A
right.
lot of us was born into the experiment, and we just it was just a way of life for us,
Yep.
not realizing we was born into an actual government scientific experiment.
Oh, I'm gonna pull up some of these Philly projects. Damn, Tasker Housing, Diamond Street projects, Richard Allen projects.
This
Yo,
is wickedness to
that
the
is
core.
crazy. Yo, and the way they built these shits, man. Yo, oh man.
This is wickedness to the core, y'all.
Yo, the way they built these projects.
It's
Yo, they
wicked.
said, hold on, let's confine all these niggers that's off the plantation into these areas. And let's make it hard for them. Matter of fact, let's confine them to these areas. Let's take away the resources and let's see how they turn out. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was pushed by what's the lady name? Margaret Singer and all them with the y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold
We
on.
You talking about Planned
Planned
Parenthood?
Parenthood. Yeah, not just
We
Planned
lived on
Parenthood,
top of
but
each other
the
because it was an experiment. Yep.
um let me see. I just think about all the projects, man. It's crazy. Hold on. Uh
And y'all wondering where all them Nazi scientists went. Those Nazi scientists were behind building these project buildings. That's where they went. All the ones that changed their identities
yeah.
after the Nazi party supposedly was taken down. Right. A lot of them came to the United States. A lot of them been in the United States, but a lot of them their work came to the United States, and then they were able to, you know, took what they learned from World War II and incorporated straight into the hoods of America.
Yeah,
Just
this
let y'all know.
yeah, a lot of these social experiments was done through the eugenics project, basically. Yep. Yep. Eugenics sponsored all these projects. They said let's experiment. They first experimented with the Jews first. And during
Yeah,
Nazi World War
yeah,
during
more
World War
black
Two.
folk.
Yeah, during World
Yeah,
War
and more
Two.
black folk too.
Yep.
Hmm.
They experimented during World War Two. Um, and that's basically where this social construct come from. Is World War Two.
Hmm.
This social construct that they did over here in America. This is all results from World War Two
World War
Nazis.
II. Yep.
Scientists that escaped and came back
Hmm.
over here. Well, they ain't even escaped. They just was
They
brought
didn't
over here.
escape. Yeah, they was
Yeah,
just brought over here.
yeah. They was just brought over here to continue. Yeah, I mean that's where
And
the origins of fluoride being in the water system and all that was all done in World War
World
Two.
War II. Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of them, they changed their identity, but a lot of them they act like they killed them.
Yeah,
And then the ones that they showed that they killed, they were just exposable folks from that. They wasn't nobody real. They wasn't the ones who was actually, you know, calling the shots from the Nuremberg trials. They wasn't the ones who were calling the shots. The ones that they had hemmed up,
yeah,
they wasn't the ones that was calling the shots, fam. The ones that was calling the shots was still getting away with it. Because they was able to move their research and advance their research here in the United States. Now their research is a lot more sophisticated, but then it's still falling apart at the same time because of human error.
yeah,
Now they trying to say, oh, they realizing the human error. Now they trying to use the AI to get the mission done. But that's going to F everything up because the AI is going to change on them too. and destroy everything.
Yep.
Hey, let them just keep being idiotic.
Wow.
Somebody said Oprah's a puppet.
Yeah. Donald Trump. Dad was the face of developing this.
These
These pro
projects.
not these ones. I'm talking about
Oh,
the Queensbridge. These. This is all Donald Trump's dad's development right here.
yeah, because they control the construction.
Construction. Yep.
Who the fuck else was they
In
gonna go
Queens.
to?
Yep.
Who
So
else was
this
they gonna go to get it built?
exactly.
Who else was the government?
Fred. They had to go to Fred C. Trump.
See, but when you say these things, you can't say it in a way like
Hey,
Trump and them was behind the experiment.
nah,
They
they
could have just been the
developers.
contractors
They
that
the
just built the
developers.
buildings and got that big check for it. They might not even have known what the buildings. Well, of course they knew what the buildings. You ain't gonna have no Trump building no buildings and not know what the buildings are made for. So
Yeah,
I guess they just as good because they knew about the
yeah.
experiment.
Hell yeah.
They know everything before they make a business deal. They know everything.
Yep, Fred C. Trump was the
So yeah, I take that back. Them
developed
niggas
these
definitely
projects.
know.
Yep. Yeah, that's yeah, these was like putting a bunch of mice on one loaf of bread on one piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? Putting 10,000 mice in one area with one piece of bread. They'd be stacked on top of each other, damn near killing each other to get some of that bread. And that was the experiment they used for these project buildings. They said, let's confine all these niggers to one area. Let's take away their resources, and let's see how they fend for themselves.
And give them a little bit of resources here. I mean, give them a little bit of
A little bit of
resources here and there
yep,
in the
that
form
they
of
fight over,
drugs and the
that they
form
can
of
fight over.
welfare checks. Yep.
Guns,
Yep.
prostitution,
Give them some guns. Yep.
alcoholism,
Yep.
and let's see them fight over this. This is Queensbridge. This is Queensbridge projects right here. This is in Queensbridge, New York. I mean Queens, New York. You know what I mean? And Cabrini Green, of course, with Chicago. They tore that shit down.
So these project buildings look exactly like the apartment complexes that they got us living in.
Yeah.
So why do we accept that?
We don't. I don't think it's that. You only can.
It's a sickness.
You only can. You basically only combat what you aware of. If you're
That's
not really
true.
aware of it, if it's built around you, it's like Solo, nigga. You watch Solo, you see they don't know
ain't
nothing
know
because
why
they was
they was.
born
Yeah, they don't
inside
know
there.
why. Yep, they don't know
Yeah.
why the hell they was in there. Yeah, nigga, you seen the projects?
Yeah.
They ain't know they was born in there. They ain't know
Yeah.
anything outside the project.
Yeah, if you born in there, you don't know nothing outside of that. You don't be like you ain't born with the mindset of damn, why we all crammed up in these small buildings and all that. You don't even
Fact.
think like that. You just think, oh, this is the normal way of life. Until you start having some type of awakening and you realize the world around you starting to change. The more you awake, the more things around you start looking different. It's like when Roddy Piper put on them glasses and what you call them and They Live. They was like that was like consciousness waking up. Those glasses was consciousness waking up to what was going on around. So that's the we not most of us not born conscious to know what we know. And why would you come to here basically knowing everything? What's the point of even coming here then? You know what I mean?
I guess it's still a point coming here even if you know everything.
Just to wake other people up, I guess.
There's plenty of reasons, or just take a break from wherever you was at before.
Yeah. But it's like you still come here with your memory wiped.
Yeah.
Clean slate.
To take a break from yourself.
Right. First of all, we wouldn't even be able to store all the lifetimes inside our brains in the physical.
Not in one.
It's not enough hard. It's not enough hard drive. It's not enough hard drive for that.
Yeah.
So that's why
That's
we have to come
that's
here with
like
our
that's yeah,
memories.
that's like
Yeah,
trying to fit Facebook servers on a floppy disk.
yeah, exactly. So we have to be born with our minds swipe clean,
Hmm.
so we can start programming ourselves, programming our minds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we gonna about to move on, man, to this
Yeah,
other topic,
we
man.
gotta
But
get to this
before we do
topic.
that, get into this
Go ahead, hit that. Yeah.
quick commercial break, man. And we'll be right back. All right.
If you can't sleep,
you
got post-traumatic stress syndrome from being in the hood.
you got pain. Like I can't sleep.
You got pain. You got all this crazy thing.
It's 2:30 in the morning right now. No, 2:40. And I cannot sleep worth a shit.
You need to get your thing right. Go get the CBD.
If you got pain, you suffer from anxiety, go get your CBD smokes.
You know what I mean? If you suffer from anxiety, go get the CBD smoke, CBD gummies, the CBD oils.
CBD gummies and CBD oils.
90daycbdhub.com. Buy their pre-rolls like Granddaddy Perk and Pineapple Express.
At nightanddayscbdhub.com.
At nightanddayscbdhub.com.
Trust me, I got off of bogeys from fucking with CBD, and I am the bogey man.
Night and day, I'm coming for my products. I'm coming for my package. I need it right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to text you the address when I'm done with this, and I need my package.
So make sure you go get it, man. Go get your gummies, your CBD oils, and your CBD bogeys. It's a fact. CBD smokes. Night and day CBDHub.com.
You got them symptoms? Don't take my word for it. Go see nightanddayscbdhub.com.
Your boy NORE.
This is Redman, and I approve this message.
I am the Daddy Dollars, and I approve this message.
So make sure y'all go over there to nightdayscbdhub.com and check us out. You can spend $15 or more and you get a free pre-roll inside your order.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all head over there and support black businesses, yo.
And them CBD cookies are back on deck, man.
Let 'em know.
1,250 milligrams of
Let 'em know.
CBD.
Let 'em
Man, it
know.
will knock out your sweet tooth and your back pain at the same time.
Yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying? So make sure y'all head over to the 9dayscbdhub.com, 9daynetmarket.com to support.
Get them
You
cookies.
know what I mean? Smash, get those cookies, get those
Get them
pre-rolls, cigarettes, topicals,
Pain
soaps,
balm,
herbals,
soaps,
everything,
lotions.
man. Bombs, everything, man.
Let's get it.
Let's get
Let's
it.
get
All
it.
right, man. Let's
So
move
let's
on to this
let's get into this.
freaky.
So now this been going viral all over the place with these white folks, look like bunch of rich white folks got together and constructed a chocolate human figure that resemble a black slave laid out on the table, and they're eating from it.
Yep.
On some
Basically,
on some
one of
pork. Yeah.
their grandparents, one of their great grandparents' rituals that was, you know what I mean, passed from generation to generation, of how to prepare a Negro.
How to prepare. Let's get into it. Let's
Yep.
get into this real quick.
Let's get it.
Hold on, y'all. All right.
I don't know if y'all seen this new viral sculpture, but it's a life-size chocolate man. I want y'all to look at these pictures because they're super disturbing, but it's a sculpture. If y'all know anything about Marina Abramovich, I'm about to show y'all the comparison between this sculpture and the one that she made. Like, do y'all see how realistic it looks? Sculpture? This is not art. This is not an art show. This is spirit cooking. Look it up. Back in 2013, Marina Abramovich had this art party, and she had a lot of disturbing art, one of them being this woman. Now, doesn't it look like she's covered in you know what? And look at them. They are literally eating her. How would that look appetizing to you? It only look appetizing to you if you eat humans, aka they do.
So let's look at this.
I don't know if y'all seen
this here. Matter of fact, let me pull up the pictures so we can get a closer look at these crazy looking white folk.
This is absolutely dreadful.
This is preposterous.
This is an abomination.
So let's pull this up. They're probably going to age restrict this video, but so what? Getting the information out there. And where is it at? All right, here we go. Now let's get a close up on what they doing here. Get a
Wow.
close up. Look at this, man.
And what is that? A black? Is that a black? Is that a
That's a
black
black
man?
man. Yeah, young black man. Yeah. Oh, they just having a good old time doing a little ritual, eating the body. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta realize this is like a spiritual thing for them. You know what I mean? In the same sense of taking the Lord's Supper, the daily bread and all that. This is their saying this stems from that same type of ritual, but
How did they get this
it,
mold?
they made it. That's
From
definitely
what? What did they use to make the mold? What body did they use to make the mold?
right, right. Now keep in mind this is what they used to do to the slaves. There was a certain organization, you know what I mean, that used to basically eat the slaves to gain certain powers. And y'all already know it's the melanin.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull up the. How
Pull
many
that
of
up.
y'all
Yeah.
heard?
Let me pull that up.
How many of y'all heard of the delectable Negro? Human consumption of the American slave during the slavery in the United States. There were slave masters who was practicing cannibalism, and they
Yep.
actually had a cookbook of how to prepare slaves.
How to prepare the slave. Yep.
So,
Yep.
an overview of the book is the Delectable Negro explores homoeroticism of literal and metaphorical acts of human cannibalism, coincident with slavery uh, in the United States. Woodward writes that the consumption of black men by white male slave owners was a natural byproduct of their physical, emotional, and spiritual hunger for the black man. Wow. Wow.
Dang.
So Woodward argues that uh, homoeroticism was also part of how Black Americans experienced their own consumption and not a, a unidirectional phenomenon as an emanated from black men toward white men and toward each other. So this book was basically about how some of the white slaves, I mean, some of the white slave masters used to eat the slaves, man.
Wow.
So this looks like a ritual.
Yeah.
Bring that back to the joint. That looked like a ritual that they would have got from this book.
Yeah, that's definitely a ritual. Let
From
me
this
bring
book
that.
though.
Yep. Let me bring this up. Hold on, y'all.
So listen. So Woodward defines consumption as a spectrum of practices, including sexual modes of consumption, flesh seasoning rituals, institutionalized hunger, and soul harvesting. Y'all hear this? Woodward argues that cultural aspects of U.S. plantations were based in basically um parasitism and dynamic of human consumption. So they were like parasites. They were living off these slaves. They were living off these slaves like parasites, basically,
Yeah.
because they were consuming them. They was using them for work, working them to death, and also consuming them for their power and a melanin.
Yep.
So it was just straight vampirism to the core. That's pretty disgusting.
Wow.
And
Sick.
we wonder why our community is so effed up. Look at the trauma. Look at the trauma behind it. We went from being eaten like, you know what I mean, by the slave masters to being stuffed inside these project buildings.
Not only that, remember they used to feed the slave baby to the alligators.
Wow.
Use them as bait, basically, to catch
That's crazy, man.
Catch the alligator. They used to use the baby slave as bait.
Flesh seasoning
Savages.
rituals. That sound like the
Savagery, man.
yeah, that is. Yeah, that's definitely savagery. That's pretty wild, y'all. This is the people that's making decisions and running these industries out here. This is the type stuff that they do behind the scenes.
Yeah. So they
This is the
start.
people that y'all niggas be voting for. People be like, yeah, let's vote for Biden. We did it, Joe. These are the type. These are the type people y'all vote for right here. This is the type of stuff they do behind closed doors.
And so, yeah, the case of Schooner Arrogante, the Portuguese slave trade. They had a group of white cannibalism eaters that was eating slaves. So it says the Portuguese ship Arrogante was captured in late November 1837 by the HMS Snake off the coast of Cape San and Antonio in Cuba. At the time of her capture, the Arrogante had more than 330 Africans on board who had all been embarked in Gillenas. It says all of them were liberated soon as the vessel reached Montego Bay. Jamaica were soon after their arrival. A chilling mystery surrounding the alleged practices carried out by the captain and the crew were also brought to the attention of the local authorities. Shortly after landing, the captain and the crew were accused of killing African men, cooking his flesh, and serving it to the rest of the slaves on board. Additionally, they were also accused of eating the heart and liver of the murdered man. You know what I'm saying? So these practices they were doing during the slave trade. Um, like I said, they was eating the liver, the heart, they was eating the organs because that's where basically the power they felt like the power consumed. Most power was consumed from the organs, the heart, the lungs, those places. Same way
Because they
how
wanted that melanin.
they wanted the melanin.
Because you see
That's
in
what
the
it's
book,
about.
it says they thirst for like the black slave's power, basically.
Yeah,
They thirst for the black man's soul. That's what I was telling y'all. The black man metaphysically represents the soul
right.
or the atom. So another part of the delectable Negro draws on the work progress of somebody who talked about what happened with Nat Turner. Um, and how Nat Turner, when they killed Nat Turner, they ended up burning the flesh off of his bones, and
Mhm.
using his the fat off his body as a medicinal grease.
Yeah,
And these slave owners kept this grease around for a long time and just using it sparingly, just to remind them that if any of the slaves step out of line, they're gonna end up like good old Nat Turner, turned into medicinal grease. That's what they called them. A lot of our people don't know this information at all. They have no idea this history exists.
yep. It says a change in legacy in a memorial. It was rumored that Nat Turner was hanged. He was decapitated, uh, quartered, skinned. Allegedly, skull and brain were sent off for study. His fat was rendered to a wagon wheel grease, and a piece of his tanned skin were given out as a souvenir. So they dismembered this brother body, passed out his took basically studied his brain and basically studied his brain, divvied out his skin as a souvenir, and they basically turned the body fat into wagon wheel grease.
A
That's
lot of
crazy.
our people don't even know this information.
That's
And he
crazy.
was the one that stood up to the slave masters.
And that's probably why they wanted to study and understand why.
Yeah.
That's why they sent his brain and
Yeah.
his brain off basically to be studied to
And
a bunch of scientists.
that's what the architect was doing in the Matrix with Neo.
Right,
That's the shit that the architect was saying why he had to keep destroying the Matrix and remaking it over based off of Neo. He kept wondering why Neo was kept making the decisions that he was making. You know what I mean? And why he kept figuring out that he was the one.
right,
He don't want Neo to figure out he's the one. So what he was doing, he was studying Neo to see why the hell Neo keep finding out that he the one. You know what I'm saying? Why is this shit keep happening? Why are they not why the humans are not taken to the Matrix? Why we gotta keep on resetting it every couple years? Because they keep waking up and we gotta keep on destroying them and then basically remaking them again. That's why I said we all could be clones walking around.
yeah. What did we talked about yesterday when we was talking about the gene? I said when they take their DNA from birth,
Mm-hmm.
first of all they keep the afterbirth and they take your DNA as a child from birth, and those things go off to a lab somewhere. Now we don't have no recollection of what they doing with our blood or with the afterbirth that basically contains so much information in that afterbirth. They claim it's for stem cell research, but no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, and I told you, it's somebody. I said each of us got somebody around that's identical to us on this planet somewhere.
Identical.
We don't know if they in Africa. They could be in any parts of the. You know what I mean, in any other continents. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? What's that Tom Cruise movie when he had all them clones and shit out there? Let me see. Starts with a O. Forgot what it was called. Let me see.
Um,
Oblivion. I believe
Oblivion.
it was called. Yeah, Oblivion. Yep. He ended up finding out there was a whole colony of hymns on the other side of the planet. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even realize it was a whole colony of cloned hymns
Yeah.
carrying out the same work that he was carrying out on the other side of the planet. And
Right.
he thought it was the enemy, but it was him on the other side of the planet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. Like that, they just showing us that they can do things like that, and we wouldn't even know. Because how would you know? Especially if you're born into it. If you was already born into having a clone, like how would you even know that that you have a whole nother clone on the other side of it? And
Yeah.
like somebody said, that's like the Jordan Peele movie. What is that John called? The Jordan Peele movie. Uh,
Talking about
Get Out. The other one.
talking about us
Yeah, something like. Is it Us? Is it
or
called
from.
Us?
I mean, not from.
Nah, not
Not
from.
that's not from. Yeah, is
What
it
the heck? What is it called?
You talking about us, right?
Yeah, I think
Is it
it's called
called
Us.
us?
I forgot what that
You
John.
talking
It's
about with
called
the
something like
Lapita?
Us. Yeah, with
Lapita?
Lupita in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's called is that called us?
I forgot what that John was
What's the
called.
one with Lapita in it, y'all? Jordan Peele movie. I think that's called yeah, it's called Us, right? Yeah, Cynic Brother Seneca said. Yeah, I was right then. Yeah.
Nah, we ain't. How we giving them too much power? This is like like real historical stuff that happened.
Yeah, nah, ain't no power. We got the power. Keep in mind, we
That's
always
the point we was making. They wanted the power. That's why they was eating us because they
yeah.
wanted the power.
Keep in mind, we still got the power, ladies and gentlemen. that sun is what's giving us that power anyway. You know what I'm saying? So when you realize you the sun people. All right, so
All right, then what the hell are they doing on this video then? Because it looked like they following a ritual or something that they've
yeah,
been
it's the
doing.
same rituals, yeah. So research reveals that black children were fed to hogs and used as alligator bait in the early 1900s. August 2019, with 400 years of the first document arrival of Africans brought to America, indentured servants, children suffer and continue to suffer cruelty such as sex slaves, forced child labor, physical abuse, and some other human cannibalism in the United States. This was the early 1900s, probably before then, but this was like the first study that showed up from in the early 1900s. Evidence that showed up. I mean, so it says the cruelties are a big part of the human trafficking, where the body organs and other body parts were sold to wealthy people. These let me see. And that's the same people we looking at here that's doing these rituals right here. Rich, well-off people. You know what I'm saying?
So where they get this? If they wasn't eating us, then where they get this ritual from? And where did the book come from? The Delectable Negro, where they actually had recipes. Why would they even need the recipes if they wasn't doing it?
Well, and I just showed you the
Well,
research.
who the hell were they using the recipes on then?
Exactly. It says these cruelties were a big part of human trafficking, where the body organs and other parts were sold to wealthy people.
Sort of like what's going on now.
Right.
Oh,
and this the first case of it, the first evidence of it showed up in the early 1900s. They was doing it before then, but the evidence start, you know what I mean? The records showed that in the early 1900s. Like the posters, like they used to have like posters where you would see like the alligator coming up out the water and the little black baby trying to crawl away. That was original poster that was put, you know what I mean, that was put out in the 1800s. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all saw that poster. Shit, I could pull it up, maybe. It's like a cartoon figure poster. Let me see. All right, let me pull this up. It's like on a newspaper. All right, let me pull it. Here it go. It's like a newspaper from the 1800s that in there. These folks. All right, let me see. Here we go.
What kind of look fake? Yeah, this chocolate body is fake. That's not a real body.
Yeah, that's just it's a mocking ritual. Y'all know
It's
that.
a mocking ritual. But I asked JR
But the
earlier, I
mold of
said,
it,
where they get the mold from? What body did they use for that mold?
Right.
Was it alive?
Yeah, here's the article right here.
Wow.
1800s. Yup. It's drawn from the 1800s. That's since out one of the little newspaper joints. It's crazy. Yep.
Yeah. Goddess Wildred, we're gonna need some evidence because we showing receipts. We gonna need some receipts of why you think that none of this happened. So what happened then?
Yeah, because
yeah, what happened?
And a licorice company actually took
know.
that. The licorice company actually adopted that thing as the logo too. It's crazy. Licorice drops. Little African. Wow. You gotta realize we talking about savages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You can say it never happened, but we talking about minds of savages. We talking about savages. The same ones Nick Cannon was talking about coming out the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Vikings and all that. We talking about savages here. We ain't talking about just, you know what I mean, regular old
All
people
right.
that just
So what took place then? Goddess Wild Red. What took place? What took place then, Donald? They wasn't doing any of that. What were they doing to him then? Because it is recorded document that they were doing these things. Like these things were documented.
and those stories was passed down. Those
And those
stories was
stories were
passed
passed
down
down, yeah.
from people that witnessed it with their own eyes that passed
Their
these stories
family, yeah,
down.
watch their family members,
Family
yup.
members. I mean, like
Yeah. Yeah, there's stories that, you know what I mean, sometimes your great grandparents can have, or your great grandparents can have about some stuff they witnessed. They were doing a lot of foul things to us.
Yeah. Yeah, these things was
I'm trying. All right, then what's our story is what I'm trying to. What's our story then? How did we get to this? How did we get into complete enslavement? Because we definitely still in enslavement. Our mindsets, you know what I mean, I'm talking about as a whole, not us in here individually, but I'm just talking about the general
like a civilized
community. Yeah. How did we get this far into enslavement then? Then what happened then? Where does all the trauma come from? If this stuff wasn't happening to us, then what type of trauma happened to us?
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing. And how did we get to this state?
Yeah, how we get to this state then?
Oh my gosh, never mind. I'm done. Man, we about to get off of this joint because we're gonna come back tonight.
Yeah, we going
You know what I
live
mean?
on the
Yeah, I'm
night and
ready to get
day.
off of this joint because we're gonna come back on tonight on the main channel because we
Yeah.
got more topics to talk about over there tonight. So we about to get off of
Make
this
sure,
joint,
make sure
man.
y'all stay tuned, y'all. And we see y'all tonight. All right. All right.
Zeolite is one of the most amazing minerals of our age. Millions of people have been using detoxification supplements to remove harmful toxins, pollutants, heavy toxic metals, as well as to balance pH levels, lower the risk of viruses like cold and flu, support the immune system, and improve nutrient absorption. What is zeolite? Zeolite is a volcanic ash that forms over time when ash and lava react with alkalized water, resulting in a compound with a very strong cage-like structure and a negative charge. Zeolite is one of the most fascinating and powerful nature remedies available. Great to detox and balance your body. Health benefits of detoxing. The removal of excess heavy metals can improve overall health. Detoxification helps balance a body's pH levels. This product provides 30 capsules, 1 month supply, ships within 3 days. Purchase now at nightanddayNetmarket.com.